a Williamsport-based anti-fracking organization that literally came about with 4 or 5 people sitting around a dinner table one night in 2008, 2009 saying, you know, we really should do something about this. It's starting to muck up the landscape and they're starting to move in fast. So they did, and they started with like 8, 9 people. And 8, 9 people grew to 12 people, grew to 100 people, and you know, at present count, we have 1,600 people on our newsletter list. We see faces that are in the crowd currently and faces you wouldn't normally see out of town on our public events, which is why we started the Keep It Wild Project. The Keep It Wild Project started in sometime late summer 2012, so we're still in our first year, still a baby, but we got a couple of members got word that Anadarko was starting to look at developing their interests in the Loyalsock and on the Clarence Moore tracks. And so we decided at that point that we were going to do something, anything, whatever we could to make sure that didn't happen. So in early September, we had a kickoff event right down here in Ralston at the fire hall, and we had tremendous public outpouring and support. So the people in this area in particular, and people that use this area, don't want to see any more development up here. I mean, okay, they could cut down a tree once in a while so I don't have to skinny my car under it or fix a road. But who wants to see huge gaping pits of God only knows what laying across the forest? So what Keep It Wild does, what the RDA is committed to doing with Keep It Wild, is teaching the general public about Rock Run and this forest. We lead hikes every month, at least one a month, to what we consider the special places in and around the Loyalsock. Since December of 2012, almost every monthly hike we've had has been in the Loyalsock, just so people can see what Rock Run and what the old Loggers Path have to give you. Yeah, okay, you could make a couple of $100 million on the gas, but look around. Look at what we have to leave for our children. And that's exactly why I got involved. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was born with the gift of gas, so the RDA asked me to speak on their behalf and to be the voice of the Keep It Wild campaign. Anybody go see Gasland 2 at the Community Arts Center? Yay, that was the Keep It Wild campaign. That was through RDA. How many have been on a Keep It Wild hike? Woo! Fantastic. The next one's in the middle of November. Check our website to see where we're going this time. A couple of things we have coming up. We are doing an adopt a tree around the old Loggers Path up here in Rock Run. That should start sometime mid-November. So as a membership drive / kind of fundraising event, but more importantly, an awareness-raising event, we're going to gather a group. So anybody who wants to come and help take pictures or write GPS coordinates, get at me afterwards. But we're going to get a group and take pictures, and you can actually see what your money is going to save. And I think as activists that are trying to, it's tangible, but to most people it's not tangible what we're trying to save. Nobody comes up and spends a lot of time up here. So this will give them something to show for what they're spending their money to support. So that'll be our adopt a tree in the Loyalsock. Oh, and anybody like beer? There's this fantastic new brew pub in Williamsport called Ripstein's Pub. They happen to be friends of mine and my husband's, and they have generously offered to brew us an organic, locally sourced, Keep It Wild amber beer. So for those of you that are local, starting in early December, and trust me, you're going to get lots of information on this in the coming weeks. But starting in December, you'll be able to go to that brew pub and order a pint of, and I don't even know, maybe we should have a contest to name the beer, but for now we just call it the Keep It Wild Amber. Order a pint of amber, and half of the cost of the beer actually comes back to RDA and funds what we do here for the Keep It Wild campaign in the Loyalsock State Forest. So what Keep It Wild is it's education, it's outreach. We want everybody who doesn't have the slightest idea of what fracking is to know exactly how destructive it is and how it's not only going to affect them, but their children and their grandchildren to come. So, as always, keep it wild.